Hey, welcome back. We're back in Timberborn in our water beavers colony, and today we're going to look at getting some resources worked out, and we're going to work on probably getting a little power stored up if possible. So the first thing I want to do is work on our water situation. Last time we were trying to get rid of this particular pump and we didn't quite get there, so we're going to start with some dynamite and just get rid of this area. And then we'll just fill in this whole thing with pumps. We need beavers anyway, so the extra beavers pulling in resources that we can use to stay alive is probably a good idea. Speaking of which, we made this nice green area last time, so we're going to take and make this into a food area as well. We're going to put in a couple of farms up here. There we go. And we'll need a staircase down. There we go. We'll come across there, and we'll even go out to here and all the way over to here. Once they put those in, we'll say let's plant some extra sunflowers, because we're going to need a bunch of those for oil. Probably down here, and even some over here. And then we'll also get at least a little bit of the peas. I don't know if they can plant down there. We'll check. Yeah, they can plant down there. So we'll go ahead and tell them to plant some down here as well. And we'll just let them work on that as they get that in there. I'm also needing some extra rice because, as you can see, we've only got 16 rice left. And when you can count the number of grains of rice you have, you probably don't have much rice. Although I guess technically you always can count the number of grains, but I could definitely count 16 grains. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this over, and we're going to reclaim a little bit of land here, or at least try to. And we're going to say, let's plant some rice, and once this is all out of there, actually we could remove this because we don't really need it. There we go. Let's grab the rice. Get that all in there. There we go. And once this is all in there, we'll put some rice there as well. How far over can these go? About that far, it looks like. So we'll let that go. I don't know how far they'll plant over here, but whatever they can't, we'll just take back out. I need to set one of these as planting, though, or else it's not going to get to planting that rice anytime soon. The first set of dynamite is in over here, which is good, so I'm going to remove those. We're going to put 2 more of those in, and we are going to put 2 more of these in here, maybe. Will it fit in there? Nope. Yes, no, maybe. There we go. All right, now we have our whole pumping station complete. We want to make sure that we've got beavers in all of these, though. Let's up the priority on all of these. That looks good. We have a new one here that just came in, so let's get somebody in there. And we'll let them work there for just a bit. This area up here, I think, is going to make another nice tree farm. The place that I want to put it, though, is right here, because we're going to upgrade to one of the industrial buildings, the rudimentary sawmill. That doesn't quite fit in right there. That would block everything off. However, if we come back in here with even more dynamite, there we go. We take those out. We can probably fit some in there. And then if we take out maybe a couple over here as well, then the river can come down this way and we can get some power out of it. They've got all of our pumps in over here, so I'm going to go ahead and take this one out of there. They seem to be doing all right, and we can reroute the road back over here, clear these couple of ones out, and plant some more trees around here. Once we make sure to mark that they can be cut, then we'll have just a couple extra trees where we need them, and hopefully that keeps us in the lumber. And once they get these in here, for example, we'll need to come back and make sure that there's a beaver in there to be pulling in all the water that it can possibly be pulling in. We've got the dynamite in over here, so we're going to go ahead, take all that out. There we go. And get another new industrial building, our sawmill here. There we go. We'll have to move our road over a couple because we'll want that to go right in there. And then the sawmill has this extra place here, and there's a bunch of things you could put there. You could put logs so that it always has logs coming in. You could put planks so that it always has a place to put the outgoing planks. I myself like to put a place for its spare saw blades. It just needs those saw blades quite often, and having a nice cushy pillow right out on the porch just adds a little decorative flair. So we will put that there. They can store saw blades there as they get them, and then down here we're going to put in probably another forester. There we go. We're going to do this, and I think up here we'll put trees that we can cut, but down here we are going to put chestnut trees. Now, it's not a ton of chestnut trees, but some, which is definitely better than none. So we'll just fill up this whole bottom part here with chestnut trees and say, don't cut these anymore. We definitely don't want those cut. There we go. All that can come out of there. All this can come out of there. And this we don't really need anymore, so we'll take that out of there as well. And once the chestnut trees are in, we're going to need something to gather all those chestnuts that's going to come off of them. So let's grab a basic job, a gatherer here, and we'll put you... Actually, we'll get rid of you and put you right here. That should be able to take care of it. And then that should provide us with quite a few extra beavers. Hopefully that helps us catch up on our beaver deficit there. I'm going to go ahead and start a project while the river isn't going. First of all, I would like to get in some power storage here. And we just got the flywheels back, so it looks like that one's good to go. We'll start with some of those. But ultimately, I'd like to build up to here and maybe install a gravity battery, because those work pretty well in this mod as well. And I think they sometimes just get overlooked. But let's see if we can build up that way. I would like to build at least a pathway over here. There we go. And we'll put in platforms that go... Let's see, can we go all the way over to there? Yep, and then we need another one of these. I'd like to go here, and we'll get on a platform here. And let's buy the gravity battery. We'll buy... I don't have the metal yet for the regular gravity battery, so we're going to grab the light one. It's still going to provide some battery power for us. And we can also use the flywheels to connect them in for even more power. So hopefully they keep running during this whole time. Let's see. Do we want the framed one? Or do we want the small flywheel? We're going to go with the small flywheel. We don't yet have the... Well, do I want to buy that as well? You know what? Let's go ahead and see if we can buy our architecture place. Yeah, it's only 100. We're going to put this right out in front of the library here. There we go. Once that's built, they can build the framed ones, which I still have enough science for. That's great. Let's go ahead, put these in here. They hold a little bit more, and they lose a little bit less. So overall, they're just a better item. We're going to do this to get in one more. And then I'm going to put in a 4-way there, just in case we ever need it, and a 4-way there. And now we just need to wait for those to be built. Actually, you know what? Let's connect this other one in too. There's that. And we're going to need... Let's go this, just in case. We're going to go up here. There we go. Our platform's over here. And we'll get even more storage. Can't go wrong with that much storage, right? That's going to take a little while to get built, though. So we'll come back and check on that periodically. Looks like we've got some pretty good current going through here. In fact, if we could tap into maybe this right here, we could power this pretty well with just a few wheels. Let's grab the path here. We'll come up this way to build. And then we want power. Power on this one is in that lower corner, though. So we're going to have to build another high power shaft. There we go. And then here, how can we get that out of there? Let's see. If we take and build... I don't want to build myself into too much of a corner here. It'll probably happen since I'm kind of in a corner, but we'll figure it out. Let's go this way, and we'll put in a couple more of these. One here, and then we'll do the same thing here. Let's get our power in. Yep, we'll want one coming off of here just in case. And the same thing over here. Then we just need to get some power wheels in there. There we go. Hopefully that makes enough to power this. Oh, let's get a little bit of saved power in there as well. There we go. So we'll let them work on that just as they can. We've really got to get this architect's place done. So we're going to go ahead and up the priority on that just to make sure that we're getting that in there. What I've been wanting to do for a while is make this into a storage area that would just store good water. However, as you can see, there's a constant flow, well, near constant flow of bad water into it. So we've got to change where this goes. And for that, I have a bit of an idea. What I'm going to do is we're going to come up here and come around. There we go. Something like that. And we'll say, let's get rid of these trees here just for now. And we are going to put in some dynamite. Now, the 2 dynamite, it only costs 30 science. We've got a little bit extra there. We'll put in those. Yep, I sure do. We'll put in those, and this. And we will explode a path off this way. Once that's in there, hopefully we'll have built up some science again to get the 2 high levee and put in here. I could put the 1 in here, however, that really wouldn't leave me any place to actually pull in bad water. So I want to put 1 here and then put the bad water station there for now. With 0.1 days left before a bad tide, I'm going to go ahead and remove some of the paths. So hopefully these beavers don't get down into this bad water. I'm going to take you out of there. There we go. I know that disables a little bit of that. And then we're going to take this one out of there as well. Yep. So that one's gone. And they're not going to be able to work on this project while this bad tide is going on. But they've got some other projects they can work on. They might actually dive in here, which might yet be a problem as well. Let's take a look and see where the building goes to. No, they should not. So hopefully they don't get down in there. We'll see where that goes. That might make a couple of homeless beavers, but they're going to have to live homeless, because that's much better than living horribly diseased, I guess. So we'll see which one hurts us more, I guess. They are getting some of the nitro in up here, which is good. We'll get all of our explosives in, set everything up, but we're going to go ahead and plan for having this to be blocked off. I'm going to move the storage up here. Let's go tanks. We'll grab a couple of pit tanks here. In fact, we'll grab about 3. Sounds good. And we'll get them all connected in. There we go. Now all we got to do is wait for science to finish this project. I want to change my mind a little bit over here on the sawmill. Instead of getting these in where they have some storage, I'd like to get that in, but we might upgrade that later. We're going to just get in the actual power connections there. And again, we'll make that a little bit more powerful. That way we don't have to wait on our architect's lodge, which is waiting on a whole bunch of paper that takes quite a while to do. And I'm not sure why that guy decided that he was going to play in the river to do what this guy could have done up here. But that's okay. I guess if they're going to play in the river, we'll just connect it back in. Have them finish this out. Is this all planks? That's 11 planks. Once that's finished, we can turn this on and make ourselves some planks to hopefully get more gears and some of the other stuff over here that's going to need planks. They've got our line of dynamite there. However, I'm going to do this first, and we want at least one more dynamite in here. So we'll see if we can get them to bring that over there, and then we'll explode this whole line. In fact, we can... Well, no, I gotta wait until they actually put this in. So once that's in, we'll explode that, and then all of these, and then we'll look into putting the block in there, which we might have to wait on for as well. They got our dynamite in over here, so let's detonate that out, and we will also detonate this out, which means our bad water should start flowing out this way. There we go, that's what we wanted to see. And... I suppose I could move this over. That still lets us pull in bad water, and then I can put the block right here and don't have to use my science for that. Well, let's redo this just a little bit. We're going to do this. We're going to put in a single block here. There we go. And then here, we're going to put in that bad water bucket. There we go. This comes straight across here and up into there. And that should let us still be able to pick up some bad water and serve the double function of shutting off the bad water down here. I just realized we don't have a place to store these scaffoldings. So we're going to grab this. And I want to flip it around that way. Let's put in scaffoldings here. We've got a couple here and there. Hopefully they're using them. Yep, looks like they've put a couple up over here. They should be able to build a lot of this. And now with us getting these extra planks over here, we should hopefully, just hopefully, be able to keep up a little bit better with the amount of items that we need to build. They just got the levee in, which means there shouldn't be any more bad water pouring down into here. Once this little area of bad water is out, we can actually start using this to store good water. Now, when the bad water tide comes through, we're still going to have a problem, but we don't have a way of getting rid of that, at least for a little while. They've started getting all of this in here, which is good. That's what we want to see. I'm going to go ahead and replace these one at a time with a flywheel. We will put you, right there. We'll say you're the very most important. And then once that one is done, we'll replace one on the other side. And we might even build one out past that. We'll see how the power situation goes after that. Well, we're going to make another decision here, and we're going to cut these out, and we will eventually replace these with flywheels. They just take so many gears. So we're going to do something like this. We're going to come back in and just do logs. They should have at least a little bit of storage here. We've got a drought incoming, but that's much better than a bad tide at this point. Now that all the bad water is gone out of here, we can make our way down into here. And hopefully, let's see. Yep, we'll put in... Can I do a platform here? Will that be enough for us? I think so. There we go. Yep. Down this way, across here, and we'll put a couple of dams in here to try and save some extra water. Let's do... Here we go. We're not going to be able to store any of this water, but we are going to eventually. Do I want a 2? See what I can do with 3s first. I'm going to need a 3 and 2 2s. So we're going to do that. Let's at least center them, right? There we go. That looks a little bit better. Our colony looks pretty good. They've got their power supply in, so some of this is still working during the drought. I'm not sure how fast those drain. In fact, it looks like they drain really fast. So we'll have to keep an eye on some of those and keep going. However, we've got plenty of planks at the moment, so we just need a couple more, probably a couple more of these mechanics lodges to get some more gears and whatnot. But that's going to be for next time. Just want to say, as always, thank you very much for stopping by. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and hope to see you next time. Bye!